In a small town close to the towering Swiss Alps, Heidi lived with her Aunt Dete. Her parents had died in an accident when she was only 1 year old. Despite this, she was a happy-spirited child. And was very curious about the world around her. One day, her aunt found a good job in a big city and decided that Heidi could not come with her. She brought her up into the mountains to live with her grandfather.
This is your grandfather, Heidi. You will live with him now.
Hello, grandfather. I'm Heidi.
Heidi, I'll come to visit you when I can. Goodbye, Uncle
Grandfather took Heidi inside and showed her around. But he barely said a word. Heidi never saw him smile. Grandfather, may I go out and see the goats? Hooray! Hey! Sorry. My name's Heidi. What's yours? I'm Peter. I live over there in that cottage, and I take care of the goats. Where do you live? With my grandfather. You live with Old Elm? He's so grumpy. Yes, but don't call him grumpy. Sorry. It's just that he lives alone and doesn't talk to any of his neighbors. Well, now he lives with me. Who do you live with? I live with my granny. Come and meet her. Peter, is that you? Yes, Granny. I have brought a visitor. Who is it? Her name is Heidi. She has come to live with Old Elm. Come over here, Heidi. Oh, it is good to have a new neighbor. Would you like something to eat? Peter's granny was blind, but she could still cook a delicious meal. It was the best food that Heidi had tasted in her whole life. This is delicious. Will you please teach me how to make it? Of course, dear. Come, I'll show you. When Heidi returned home, she decided to make the meal that Granny taught her. grandfather was very surprised.
Thank you, Heidi. It has been a long time since anyone made a meal for me.
You're welcome, grandfather. I also have something else for you.
Yes?
A big hug.
Oh, thank you, Heidi.
Little by little, grandfather grew fond of Heidi. She helped him with the household chores. Helped make dinner and played games with him every night. Heidi persuaded him to go on long walks with her and to explore the countryside and pick the daffodils that grew there. Before long, grandfather had changed. He laughed at Heidi's jokes and antics and was a lot less grumpy. However, he loved spending time with Heidi so much that he did not send her to school. Instead, she spent her time tending to the goats with Peter and watching her grandfather work in his carpentry workshop. Many months passed, and Heidi all but forgot about her old life in town with her aunt. However, her aunt came up to the mountains one day to pay her a visit.
Hello, dear Heidi. How have you been? Hello, Uncle.
Auntie, come see the goats with me.
In a minute, Heidi. First, tell me about your life here.
It's wonderful, Auntie. I have learned to tend to the goats and cook with Peter's granny.
Oh, and what have you learned in school?
School? I don't go to school.
What? You haven't been sending her to school, Uncle?
No, she is better off here with me. I will teach her everything she needs to know.
But she must learn to read and write. That's it. I'm taking you with me, Heidi. In any case, the family I work for needs a companion for their daughter. They are willing to let you live there with them.
But I want to live here with grandfather.
Don't do this, Deet. Heidi loves it here, and I love having her here.
Thank you for taking care of Heidi, Uncle. But I'll take her back now. I will make sure she gets a proper education.
Her grandfather cried as he watched Heidi go. Heidi's aunt brought her to an enormous mansion where she worked for a very rich family.
Heidi, this is Clara. You can keep her company.
Hello, Clara. I'm Heidi. Hello, Heidi. Look what I can do, Clara.
Heidi, not in this house. You must behave yourself properly here.
Sorry, Auntie. Clara was very sick and could not walk. So she could only play with toys and games on the floor. Every day, Heidi played with Clara after they finished their school lessons. Heidi liked to play with her, but she also longed to go outside and run and do cartwheels. After a while, Heidi became very sad and sick. She did not even want to eat. She even began sleepwalking at night, which made her aunt very worried.
What do you think is wrong with Heidi?
I think she could use some fresh air. She told me she has been dreaming every night about her home in the mountains. That must be why she is sleepwalking.
I want to go back home to Grandfather, Auntie.
But Heidi, you have all kinds of wonderful toys here. Don't you love this big, beautiful house? All the riches in the world cannot buy health, Deet. Send the child back to the country for a while.
Deet reluctantly agreed to return Heidi to her grandfather. Heidi said goodbye to her new friend Clara, who promised to visit her soon. Dee allowed Heidi to stay in the mountains as long as she continued her school lessons. A few months later, Clara came for a visit. I'm so glad you're here, Clara. We'll have so much fun.
Be careful, girls. Clara isn't used to being outdoors.
Come on, let's go see the goats. The three children played together for a while. But sometimes Heidi and Clara went off together, just the two of them. Peter was very jealous when he saw them giggling without him. It looks like Heidi has forgotten about me. I guess she has found a new friend to play with. I'll show her not to cross me. We should go see the daffodils now. Yes, let's go. But where's my wheelchair? Oh no! Peter, have you seen it? Me? No. How am I going to see the flowers? Come on, Clara. I'll help you. Why don't you try to walk? I can't do that. But how do you know you can't if you haven't tried? I suppose you're right. Clara wanted to see the flowers so badly that she decided to try to walk. Suddenly, with Heidi's help, she was able to take a step. Then another, and another.
Clara! You can walk! It's a miracle!
Look, Peter! I can walk! Aren't you happy for me? Yes, Clara. But, I have to tell you something. What is it? I took your wheelchair, Clara. I pushed it over a cliff because I was jealous. I'm very sorry. Don't worry, Peter. I won't need it anymore. Clara's father was so happy that Clara could walk that he decided to let Clara visit Heidi every summer. As for Heidi and her grandfather, they spent many happy days together, tending the goats, picking flowers, and enjoying their home high up in the mountains.